Hi guys, just going to go through a very easy one pot soup. Again, low carbs, high protein, inspired again by the Tim Ferriss and the 4 Hour Body. Let me show you what the ingredients consist of. It's going to be a cauliflower soup, so it's going to be frozen cauliflower, easy peasy. We're going to have half an onion. I chop the onions up so it's easier. I put them in the fridge and just throw them in the pot. You're going to have some butter beans in there as well for some good carbs, low GI. A bit of pepper, stock cube, and some cod. These cods is really good because they come in squares and that's 16 grams of protein, almost no fat at all. So what basically all this is going to go in a pot, cook down, and then using this, which is most probably the greatest kitchen tool ever, just splits it down for and turn it into a thick soup. Okay, so we're just going to go on and show you how that all goes now. Okay, so you've got the pan on the hob heating. Just going to put a little bit of butter in there. You can use oil if you want, but butter make it taste a little bit better. Then I've got my chopped onions. Going to have a handful of those in there. 2 handfuls. Nice base to the soup. I'm just going to stir that a little bit. Don't want it on too high, so don't want to burn the onions if possible. Just got to wait for that to reduce down a little bit now. Okay, now you can see that those onions have reduced down a little bit. It smells great actually. I'm now going to add the butter beans from our friends at Tesco's. Okay, a little bit of water comes off that. Going to also add the stock cube. I like to crumble it a little bit. Not really sure how important that is, but hey, still not on the telly. And then we've got our cauliflower. So I'm going to add about double the amount of beans there is cauliflower. That looks about right. It's frozen, so it's going to release some water. Add a little bit more. Okay, so that's great. Now, while I've been doing that, I've also boiled a kettle and we're going to add some water to this. So I'm just going to fill just to the level of where the actual top of the cauliflower is. Just about there. And that looks about perfect. Always good when you put a bit of water on your shorts, once you're okay. And now just give that a little stir. Turn it down a little bit and just let that just bring that to the boil and just let it simmer now until the actual cauliflower is nice and soft. Okay guys, here you can see we've got the lid on and it's simmering away nicely. The cauliflower is starting to soften, which is great. I've actually just dotted a little bit of butter on the fish, and that's going to go into the microwave for 2 minutes to defrost. I'm obviously check with the instructions on the packet for that, but that's going to be flaked in a little bit later on. Okay. Okay guys, we're going to check how close it is to being ready. The check is, as my girlfriend tells me, is if I can put my fork through the cauliflower like so, and it just falls off, which it is. Not quite, look. Oh, nearly. 2 more minutes. As you can see that again, put the fork through it. Doesn't quite fall off. Can't really overcook cauliflower, to be fair, for a soup. So we're going to leave it another 2 minutes. Okay guys, we're going to now just do the final test. Yeah, that looks spot on. Okay, so I'm just going to take it off the heat. Ooh. Turn it off so I don't burn myself, and introduce you to this fantastic tool. This is what we're going to be using shortly once that's cooled for a little bit to mush or liquidize the soup. Just to let you know, this is for 2 people. I'm going to be taking half of it out once it's mushed for my girlfriend because she's a vegetarian. She doesn't like fish, and I'm going to add the fish parts for mine. Okay, so once that's cooled, I'm going to leave it for about 5 minutes and we'll be back. Okay guys, that's been cooling for 5 minutes or so. I'm just going to put A couple of turns of pepper in there now. Let's give a little bit of pepper. Give that a bit of a stir. Okay, now this is awesome, this thing. So I'll put this in. Hopefully it won't splash everywhere. Okay guys, and now you can see it's a beautifully thick creamy soup. You can obviously blend it for more if you want it a little bit thinner. Add some hot water if you want a thinner soup, but I really like it like that. Okay, now what I'm just going to do is I'm going to separate that so that my girlfriend's half is taken out, and I'm going to add the fish to it. So if you want to hold on a second, we'll be back soon. Okay guys, so the fish has come out of the microwave defrosted. I'm just going to mash it a little bit so it's flaked, and then just put it into the soup. Excuse me. Stir it in a little bit. If you want to blitz it in, you can, that's fine, but I just like to add it in there like that. Excellent stuff. And there we have our cauliflower and cod butterbean soup.